Awesome. So welcome to our team call. I'm really excited about tonight's call. So before we jump into, well, all the ins and outs of it all, what I thought I'd ask you guys is, oh, I don't have the figures in front of me. Hold on, let me look it up. 2 secs. All right, I'll just make it up. It's all good. So Stella's just like, don't you always just make it up? Yeah. All right, so before we get stuck into it, I thought I'd get you guys, I can see Heather's driving, so Heather, you are excluded from this. I do not want you touching your phone. But Kate and Stella, who are watching live, I'd love for you to pop in the chat box. If you had $70, what would you do with it? Or you can actually unmute yourselves and spook. Can you unmute yourselves?
Probably buy more oils with it.
Or more oils. Done. Have you got any particular oils on your wish list?
Oh, I'm saving up. I really want to get yarrow pom.
Yarrow pom. Oh my God, it's divine. It's the most, I can't stop touching my skin. When I put it on my face, it's just like so lush and beautiful. Oh, you'll love it. You'll love it. All right, $70 goes to oils for Kate. Stella, what would you do with $70?
Oh, probably the same. It's always more oils, isn't it? It was actually funny because we just had that 200 PV promo and I ordered, but I started going through it. I ordered what I needed, but then, of course, as soon as I put my order through, I was like, oh, hang on, but I wanted this oil. Oh, and I really wanted this oil. Oh, and I wanted that oil too. So definitely a big wish list happening.
I know, and I've had my oils for years. I've been ordering every month for more than 2 years and it's still the same. So for me, I'm just like a lot of the time I'm replacing oils that I know I'm going to run out of in the next month or that's dangerously low and I might be able to make it stretch for another month, but I might not. And I don't want to be in a situation where I do not have bergamot. That was me this month. So yeah, I get it, totally get it. And then they release some new oil like Clarify. I'm just like, well, that sounds amazing. I need that, obviously. So Stella said she would go oils for her $70. Monica, you've just joined us. Can you unmute and chat, or can you type in the chat box? I don't know. I can't see your little beautiful face. Let me know if you can or can't. But H, are you able to unmute and talk or not?
Me or?
Oh, Monica, yeah, if you can.
Sorry, that was me, not Monica.
I can unmute too.
Okay. Okay, go for it. What would you do with $70, H?
I would get an extra long massage on my shoulder that is getting better, but I would get an extra long, like a 90-minute muscle release massage on my shoulder.
Sounds awesome. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to bump it up now to, and I can't remember the exact figure that I was going to say, but let's go 370. 330 actually. I'm pretty sure it's 330. What would you do with $330 if I just said, here you go?
You don't do it.
Monica, you can go if you want.
No, just to talk.
Oh. Sorry, didn't mean to talk.
You're right. All right, Kate, what would you do with $330?
I'd put it towards a holiday.
Holiday? Have you got anywhere in mind?
Just camping for our wedding anniversary.
Oh, nice. So that would help if you had $330 every single month.
Oh gosh. Pay my credit card off.
Yeah. How quickly do you think you'd be able to save up for that wedding anniversary holiday?
Oh, don't know. Pretty quick.
Yeah.
if it's there.
Yeah. Awesome. Stella, what would you do?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm actually going away with a couple of girlfriends this weekend, so nice bottle of wine, I guess. Maybe a massage for all of us. Something a bit fancy, something a bit me time would be nice.
Yeah, so good. All right, I'm going to up the ante. What would you do with $2,200? Stella just goes, whoa. H,
That's,
A month?
2,200, 2,200.
I would get my dream car.
Dream car?
Yeah.
That sounds like a shit box if it's only 2,200.
No, a month. I'd be.
I'm joking.
A month.
I thought
That
you
would be-
it sounded like your dream car was only worth $2,000.
No, the repayments would be about that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We're
So you
talking.
get your eyes set on the car. I remember driving around the US
Yeah.
with you last year. Just
Tomorrow,
like, oh my God,
tomorrow.
there's my car.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Awesome. Kate?
my car got run into a couple of months back, so I would replace the back door of my car, and then with the remainder of the money, I actually don't know. Still thinking.
Pretty awesome. Okay, cool.
Let's see. I desperately want to do an overseas holiday with the family and take the kids away. So that would go towards that. If it was month to month, obviously saving for something like that, but it would just be more day-to-day stuff as well, like being able to help out a bit more with paying for things around the house, so hubby didn't have to stress so much about, getting extra hours or whatever with his work.
Yeah.
Just being able to be a bit more comfortable by, putting the kids in swimming and not having to stress about paying each week or, extracurricular stuff.
So would that monthly income if you had a monthly just cash injected into your bank account, $2,200, would that give you some breathing room and just like, you don't have to stress so much?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It would make a massive difference.
Yeah.
For my family. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, $2,200 a month is your third level power of 3. That is your third level power of 3 every single month. So I wanted to share with you just how amazing this bonus is. It is a bonus that I looked over and sort of didn't really focus on when I first started, because I was really set on going for rank. And in that, I structured, we did things differently back then, and we were going deep rather than wide and all of that sort of stuff. And in that process, I missed out on structuring from the start for my power of 3. So for me personally, every month I get my first level, which is 50 US, which is about $77, I think it is, or 73, 77, depending on the exchange rate at the time, which is awesome. And then there's been a few times where I've got my second level, so that $330, which it makes a really big difference. And then I'm working towards my third level. Now, because it's not a bonus that you can get just like that, sometimes it's really easy to overlook it, and sometimes it's really easy to just for it not to be a focus. But I think it's a really big bonus. And when you look at when you're starting out, to have your oils paid for, or mostly paid for, getting that first level power of 3, having $75, whatever it is, $75, that's the majority of your monthly order paid for. How cool would that be? And then if you're getting your second, so most people, just to give you a bit of a time frame, by the time you get to around elite, somewhere between elite and sometimes premier, sometimes earlier, I've got an executive in our team who's got her first level power of 3. So somewhere around that rank is where you start getting that consistently, and it obviously depends on how your LRP conversion is as well, and how you support your customers onto LRP. And then to get your second level power of 3, that normally happens around silver, between premier and silver, if you're doing this from the very start. Now, I know some of you haven't focused on it from the very start, so obviously that might be a bit different for you, but I really want to share with you that it's a completely, your doTERRA tree is a living and breathing entity. It's not a concrete skyscraper that's stuck in the ground. We can actually prune it and reshuffle, and it's like a little bonsai tree. You know, we can make it into any shape that we want. We just have to really care for it, nurture it in certain ways, and it'll grow in kind of funky ways, being power of 3. So it's not something that if you missed out and you haven't done it and you're already silver, that you've missed your opportunity and you're screwed. No, not at all. There's definitely ways around it, which we're going to talk about in a tick. And then to get the third level power of 3, that's normally happening on average for people that start and build with this structure from the get-go, between the ranks of gold and platinum. So for me, that's a thing that I've sort of been revisiting for me in my business over the last few months, because it makes such a big difference. If I could get my third level power of 3 every single month, that's an extra 25,000 plus a year that I'm earning just from my power of 3, which is quite incredible, hey?
Big jump.
Yeah, it is. And the other thing about it is pretty solid. You know, you're not, if, you know, I guess in my tree, with my leaders, if there's a leader that sort of pulls back or doesn't do very much, or someone has a baby and decides they don't want to do classes and enroll people, that can affect volume in a leg, which affects their rank and my rank. But with power of 3, as long as you're loving up on your customers and they're totally engaged with living the lifestyle, oils, low tox products, you know, then you're going to have this income, which is pretty awesome to think about. So who's excited by that?
Definitely me.
Yeah. Awesome. I'd really love to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on power of 3? What are your challenges with power of 3? What are your what's your thinking about it? Is it something that you even think about? So I can really tailor this call for you guys that are on the call live. I really want to tailor it so I can really speak to your needs. Obviously, if there's people that are listening to the replay, you can pop in the comments when I post this up on Facey, and I can come back and answer. But for the girls that are on the live now, you get me. What do you want to just chat, open up a little bit about power of 3 and your experience? Don't all talk at once. Go, Kate.
I think for me, my challenge would be to probably get the people involved in doTERRA. So for me to keep sharing it with my friends and my family, those who are beginning to get involved with it a little bit, and sort of keep up that ongoing sort of knowledge, sharing it with them, and then building myself up. So for me, I would probably struggle to get to the power of 3 at the moment because of my work situation with my cleaning business. I don't feel like, sounds kind of selfish, I guess, I want to invest more time in my doTERRA, but 80% of my time is going into work. So trying to sort of find that balance and find a consistency that I can tee it off and get there, build up that track, build that path.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to do.
Yeah.
But I feel like it will take me a little bit of time.
Yep. And it will take you a bit of time. But if you've got a goal with where you want to go and map out the path on how you get there, it actually doesn't matter how much time it takes you, because any time that you want to commit to it, you know exactly where you're placing those people because you've got that goal in mind. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 Yep. So yeah, and look, it can factor in a couple of things. Obviously, the more people that you personally enroll, you've got opportunities to place people to fill those gaps for yourself, but also to helping people, supporting them into the loyalty rewards program is going to be another key thing. So if you aren't enrolling very many people, obviously it's going to be a slower process. But I think it's really important that every single person, no matter how fast, how slow they want to go, that you have that plan and that mapped out so that it keeps every enrollment is going into really crucial positions in your tree to help get you there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
How do you feel about it?
I love Power of 3. I'm lucky enough to hit Power of 3 most months.
That is amazing.
So yeah, first level Power of 3, and it's.
Stop for a tick. Can I rewind?
Yeah.
Tell me about the difference that's made for you, and when did you start getting your first level Power of 3, and what rank are you, just for people that don't know, if you don't mind sharing?
Sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. So I joined doTERRA. I've just clicked over 12 months. So I've been with the company for just over a year. After I got my oils, it was probably a couple of months before I actually decided to start the business. And to be honest, even though I've been, plodding away a little bit here, a little bit there, in the last 12 months, I've probably only really done 6 months worth of business, if that makes sense. Like over that sort of Christmas, New Year period, I really quietened down. I didn't really do much. I was going away. We had trips planned. I've got the kids, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I probably would have, been with the company maybe 4 to 6 months before I started getting Power of 3. And it makes a massive difference because I don't have to outlay so much each month, like following month, to then get my oils, because I can use that money to then put towards my oils the following month.
Yeah.
So it makes a massive difference, because then I'm not out of pocket, that little bit extra. It just helps. And then, of course, being on the loyalty rewards program and getting all of the points back from that also helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So now that you're getting your first level, have you started thinking about working towards your second level?
Yeah, so that's pretty much where I'm at now. I've been really lucky to enroll quite a few people, but I think my issue so far has been getting people onto LRP and keeping them on LRP.
Yep.
And so it's just about sort of going back and touching base with the people that I do have, which I feel like I've done, pretty well over the last month or so. And now I'm really looking at sort of kicking back into the business and starting to do more classes and enroll more people. I think where I get stuck is finding the builders, finding the people that really love the oils and really want to share heaps, and then, have that natural progression to share and sort of build a bit more. Because I mention it, it does come up in conversation with a few people, but I haven't really nutted out how to, get them excited about it, because they don't see it. Yeah. They haven't been able to, see that money come into their account. So I guess it's just, approaching people about it. I'm not too sure where to go, from here, but.
Yeah. the beautiful thing about what you just said is about you talk about the business. I absolutely love that. I think that's really important because most people that have put up their hand to do the business, this is my personal experience, have been as a result of me having a conversation with them. I see something in them that I'm just like, you'd be amazing at this. Look at yourself go. You're already chatting about the oils to everyone. Why don't you give it a shot? I don't think I've had very many people just message me out of the blue and say, Carla, I want to do this with you. You know, so I think it's really great that you're having those conversations with people. So I really want to acknowledge that and applaud your efforts and your work with that. It will pay off. Just keep doing that. Keep doing what you're doing. Secondly, I think sometimes we can look at power of three, especially beyond beyond the first level, and just go, I can't get beyond the first level without builders. Have you thought that before? Yeah. And that's just not true. Okay, so power of three is the only bonus that is not reliant on. So hold on, rewind. So for rank, for a bonus for rank, you have to have a personally enrolled someone underneath you that you rank off. Yeah, so you, the person you enrolled, and their volume contributes to your rank. Power of three is a beautiful bonus that is not reliant on, you know, your first, this is your first level person, one of them that's placing their order, that's helping contribute to your first level power of three. And then to go on from there, they need to have 3 people, but they don't have to be personally enrolled by this person.
Oh,
okay,
right.
Yeah. So you don't need a builder here to build out your second level. If you're enrolling people, which I know, Stella, you do a really good job of, you're an incredible person when it comes to enrolling people. So you can enroll them and place them in your key positions for power of three. Those are not enroller related. They're not required to be enrolled by that person. They're just sponsors. That's all they need to be. How exciting is that?
That's cool. Very
cool, hey? So does that make you just go, oh my God, this could be so much easier? Yeah. So Stella, how easy would it be for you to have that extra $330 coming into your bank if you just go, okay, I now know what I need to do. I don't need to sit here and wait.
Yeah.
I can just go create that myself.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So all you're talking about is getting people onto LRP and then placing those people who are loving the oils who are on LRP in the right positions, and bang, you're getting an extra $300. Woo!
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I did sort of share that it's not a concrete skyscraper that's stuck there. It's as many stories as it is high, and that's where it's going to be forever. It's your little bonsai tree that you can prune, that you can shape, that you can manipulate. Sounds like the wrong word, but you know what I'm saying. You can make it whatever you want it to be. So when you place somebody, I always personally enroll people as wholesale customers, even if they say that they want to do the business. I'm like, cool, let's just enroll you as a wholesale customer. If they say they want to do the business, I have a real good think about where I'm going to place them anyway. But I have an extra good think about where I'm going to place them if they want to do the business. Because if they upgrade to a wellness advocate in their first 90 days, they stay exactly where they are. Okay, and that's what's going to happen as a general rule after the 15th of September. Today is the 9th of September. On the 14th, we have between now and the 14th of September to do the wholesale customer upgrade move. Before this move is wiped. So that move, just for anyone who's not aware, so when a wholesale customer enrolls and you place them somewhere in your tree, after 90 days, if they upgrade to a wellness advocate, then you get an extra placement move to reposition them somewhere in your tree. So this move is only going to be available until what's it, Friday or Saturday? Saturday this week. Okay, so we've got days, but if you were to spend 20 minutes after this call having a little look at your tree and have a little look at who are your wholesale customers that are placing LRP orders. So you need, for Power of 3, you need 3 people that are placing a 100-point order. And these 3 people plus the person above, which is you for your first level, their whole volume needs to add up to 600. So their LRP plus their LRP, their LRP plus your LRP needs to equal 600. So it could be 150, 150, 150, 150. Or it could be 100, 100, 100, 100, another person, 200. Or it could be, as long as you've got at least 3 that are on 100, you could then have 2 or 3 that are less than 100 on LRP, but still contribute to that 600 in volume. Does that make sense? So what I'm saying there is, don't discount the wholesale customers that are placing a 66 PV order, because they could just bump up that volume to contribute to that 600 PV. So a lot of the time, I know we call it Power of 3, but a lot of the time it's actually more like Power of 4 or Power of 5 to get that volume. How many people on your front line do you have on LRP to get your first level Stella?
Sorry, muted myself again. Probably, I think I have 4 or 5 on my front line. I actually have a lot more than 5 because when Heather did Diamond Club, and she enrolled my people through. No, it wasn't her fault. It was my fault, because she just placed them all on my front line, and I was supposed to go in within the 14 days and move them, and I didn't, because we were interstate, and it didn't dawn on me. So they've kind of sat there ever since. So that's where I'm actually looking at doing this move, upgrading the accounts and being able to move them before this time runs out. Yep. Absolutely. But yeah, definitely, I think I've got probably at least 2 people who, on average order over 100 each month. And then I've got another 2 or 3 which kind of, sometimes they get there, sometimes they don't, but it helps me because obviously it all adds up.
Yep. Awesome. So because that's the time sensitive move that we've got available to us until Saturday, I would be spending some time tonight, tomorrow, really looking at who of those wholesale customers that you've got in your tree outside the 90-day period that you can upgrade. So all they need to do that they need to go into their account. They click, there's a button that says, I think it's become a wellness advocate or upgrade to wellness, upgrade account, I think it is, upgrade account. Click on that and it's done. And then you'll notice where you do your normal placement changes, sponsor changes, their name will come up. You'll get an email as well that says, Jane Brown has upgraded to a wellness advocate. So that's the first thing that needs to happen. And I highly encourage you guys to spend tonight and maybe some time tomorrow having a really good look at your tree, because come Saturday, we won't be able to do that anymore. There's different parameters around it which make it a lot. So that's one way of sort of working with this little bonsai. Yes, Stella.
Sorry, just a quick one while we've actually got you. So I have someone who is an amazing sharer, and I would absolutely, like, she'd be brilliant. She's already known as the crazy oil lady at her work. You know, people are always walking past saying, oh, I've got the sniffles or whatever, and she'll pull an oil out. Like, she's amazing. I've got another lady who loves the oils, isn't a sharer, just wants to add to her collection, but she's putting in an LRP each month. Would I put the lady who's ordering on LRP under this other sharer to sort of give her a boost towards like her power of 3? Would that make sense?
Would that help your second level power of 3?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, that's a really great move. And you can have that conversation with that sharer as well. Just say, hey, I know how much you love your oils. Do you know about this power of 3 bonus that you can get, which will help pay for some of your oils? How awesome is that? Why don't we do a class and get some more people together and we can, you know, place them under you so that she can get her power of 3.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. So that's one way to do it that I encourage you to do now while you've got the opportunity to make use of this rule before it's abolished. The second way to have a look at it is there's another thing that you can do, which is okay, so before I get onto that, have a look at people that are already in those positions. So they might be wellness advocates, they might be wholesale customers in Power 3 positions, but they may not be on LRP yet. Don't discount them from going on to LRP if they've not gone on it yet. So that doesn't mean that they never will. It just means that at some point they decided not to, or at some point they just didn't even know that it existed or what it was about properly. So you can reconnect with those people and just say, hey, I'm just reaching out to, I like to touch base with people once they've had their oils for a certain amount of time, and just reconnect them back in with why they want to use their oils, what their health goals are and how, and then you can help support them onto LRP if that feels right for both of you. So that's something else. Don't discount the people that aren't on LRP yet. The next one is your 6-month inactive moves. So when someone hasn't ordered for 6 months, you actually get a chance to reposition them in your tree. It's a little bit of an extra process to do that, but basically they need to send an email to placements to say, I haven't ordered in 6 months. I'd like to reactivate, and I'd like my new sponsor to be this person. You have to put their name and their ID. My enroller, the same name and ID. And person requesting the move is me, name and ID. So this is a really great way, because I loved listening to, I don't know what call it was, but the Sweeneys, diamond leaders in the Freedom Tribe, who said that they got a Home Essentials kit and didn't order anything for a whole year. Now, if they were just that little person in my tree that wasn't a square or wasn't a circle, just somebody that enrolled at one point and got a home essentials kit, I'd be just like, no, they're so not interested. And then they decided, oh, we love this. We actually want to do this as a business. So they did it. Next month they went silver.
Wow.
Yes.
Whoa.
I know, right?
How
So
that happened so quick?
yeah,
Crazy.
craziness. So they are two people. So they can be in two places at once. So we have to factor that in as well. But I think my lesson from that is the people that aren't on LRP yet, we can't make stories about how much they value or don't value the oils or what they're going to do with their membership. So when someone hasn't ordered for 6 months, this is a really beautiful opportunity that you have to reconnect with them. Make sure that they're using their oils. See, just re-engage them, and they might be using it and loving it. They mightn't know about the home care products or the skin care products, and they'd be really, keen to try it. So reaching out to those people, sending them an email. I've even offered people an incentive that just says, hey, if I'm just offering something for anyone who places a 50 or 100 point order this month, and it can be as much or as little as what's in your budget. So when I first started, I was just, for a 50 point order, I was offering some empty rollers and a wild orange, So for anyone who places a 50 point order this month with the LRP program, you'll get this. People are often really excited about that. Or, I had this is why I love BOGO oils and why I always order BOGO, because I get extras of things that I already have. Like I already had marjoram. I didn't need any for myself, but that's an oil that I can use and reinvest in my business that essentially didn't have to pay for. So that's always really cool too. And you can do the same, anyone who's 6 months or more inactive. Are your brains just popping with possibilities of how you can sort of restructure your tree and how much closer you perhaps are to getting your first or second level?
Carla?
Yeah.
Can you hang on one sec? Hold on. So with the 6 months thing,
Yep.
Don't they have to so they have to write the email before they place the order?
Yes. Exactly.
Right. So you pick up the phone, talk to them, have a conversation with them about offering whatever you're offering for a 50 to 100 point order.
Yeah.
But then you also stipulate that before you do that, you just need to send an email. So perhaps draft the email yourself, send them an email and get them to fill in the blanks or whatever, and just send it from their email address to placements before they place the order. Yeah.
Yep. So before they place the order, you need to know where in your tree you're going to put them. So you need to know the sponsor name and ID. I actually write out the full email to them. I email that to them and just say, copy and paste exactly this and CC me in, so I know that they've sent it.
Yeah.
And that, to get approved, depending on what day of the week it gets sent, obviously over the weekend it won't, nothing much will happen, but we're in the week has started now. So sometimes that can take a day or two for that email to come back and say, yep, that's all been done now. And then
so once it's done, then they can place the order.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, cool. So you need to have done a bit of homework first to see where you're going to put them.
Yep.
Before you pick up the phone and ring them.
You don't necessarily have to do it before you pick up the phone and ring them, but
actually, if you get 2 days anyway, you can do it in that time, can't you?
No. So the process you do, you can ring them and say, hey, are you interested? If they say yes, you say, awesome. I've actually got a special promotion for anyone that does that.
Yeah.
But before you place that order, I would just need you to send this email. I'll copy it. You just I'll write it out. You just copy and paste it into an email. And then once we've got confirmation that that's all been done in the next day or two, then you'll be able to place your order.
Yes. So in between the time of on the phone to them and sending them an email, you work out where you're going to put them.
Yes.
And you type that into the email, put that in the email. Yeah, got it. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So has anyone done their Power of 3 tracker? I just saw Heather's face. Did you know about the tracker?
Maybe.
All right. I have linked it in a few posts recently, but I will relink it in our group, and I'll also put up a video of how you can use your detailed genealogy to find your wholesale customers outside their 90 days. So it'll just generate a list for you. Okay. I'll also do a video on how to, what was the other one? I don't know. How to do the chicken dance. No, I don't know what I was going to say. How to do that. Also, oh, and your inactives. Anyone who hasn't ordered for 6 months. I'll show you how to generate those lists, and I'll also put up a link to your Power of 3 tracker. I highly recommend sitting there for 10 minutes and just putting the names in, putting the volumes in, so you can see where the gaps are. Because if you can't see where the gaps are, how are you going to get there? And for me, I actually sat down and did this the other week, and I realized that for me and my front line of Power of 3 people are a lot closer to getting their next level than what I thought they were. It just takes some strategic little tweaks of the ones that we've just talked about now. But I reckon in the next few days, if we really utilize the wholesale customer upgrade, first of all, I reckon you'll be surprised at how close it'll get you. This has the potential to really fast track you to the next Power of 3 bonus, whether it's your first level, second level, or third level. And let's be honest, $2,200 every single month would be pretty damn epic. Even just $300 a month. And you guys can do that.
I remember now where I want to put that money on my mortgage.
On your mortgage. Awesome.
Straight on the house.
So awesome. All right. Does anyone have any questions before we wrap up?
Not that I can think of.
You're all good. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that that's given you some ideas and simplified Power of 3. I'm really glad Stella's worked out that it's not enroller specific, that she can place them wherever and it will count, which is awesome. I think that was good. Good realization. But if you do have any questions, please pop them in, and I'd love to hear on our Facebook group, how do you feel about it after you've sat down tonight or tomorrow and printed out the tracker and looked at it? Let me know how you feel about Power of 3. That'd be awesome. Sound good? Thanks for joining us, guys. Nice to see your faces, and I'll see you next week for the Freedom Tribe call, 8 o'clock, same time. All right. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.